As promised, everybody, we're back yet again talking about the Core Gen 2, talking about all the smaller changes we've made. Brian, what preview can you give me real quick about all the smaller changes?
You know, we've learned so many lessons between Core Gen 1 and Core Gen 2, and it's a lot of these tiny little things that a lot of people maybe don't think about, but everybody experiences. So these are some of my favorite changes that we made between Gen 1 and Gen 2. We've made a lot of smaller, more iterative changes as well. So I think anybody that's familiar with Core Gen 1 is really going to appreciate some of these little changes that we made. First things first, Core Gen 2 is a smaller footprint than Core Gen 1. So here we are with Core Gen 2 and Gen 1. The bottom unit here is your Gen 1. You can see that it's slightly larger than the Gen 2 that sits on top. So all around, the footprint is slightly smaller for Core Gen 2. So that's always a good thing. Smaller is more convenient and just better in general. We've also re-engineered the cable management system. Core Gen 1 had a hinged door, which was really nice and smooth and sleek on the cable management tray. But when you put this behind a display with not very much space behind the display, it was really hard to service cables. So what we've done, it's really simple. We've made it so the door just slides off. So if this is mounted behind a display, you can pull that door off, service cables however you need. We've also re-engineered the cable tray so that you can really use any type and any size cable you want to use without any risk of cables getting stuck or pinched in those channels. So it's as simple as lay the cable in one of these channels and then use a wire tie, a cable tie, to secure it in place. You still have the same securability of your cables, and they can be locked down, of course, as well, just like with Core Gen 1. But it's that one little extra step that goes a long way here. The other thing, and this is one of my favorites, is the cable management system completely comes off of Core Gen 2. So now you've got this really small form factor. Here's Core Gen 1, here's Core Gen 2 without the cable management. So you've got your normal access to all your ports on the backside without your cable management. So this can tuck away anywhere you want to tuck it away. If you just need a small, slim form factor, this mounts the same way with a VESA mounting bracket, so you can mount it on your wall or behind the display or under a table or in a cabinet. All the mounts are still included as you would expect. And in fact, the mount that comes with it also has a power adapter mount. So there's an adapter cage that attaches to the VESA bracket as well. So a lot of little things that way around the cable management and the physical unit itself. Another thing that we added into this, which was a very much asked for feature, is there is an internal EDID emulator built into Core Gen 2. A lot of little things that make a real big impact with Core Gen 2. The last thing that I'll mention is, as always, Core Gen 2 is running on the Intel vPro platform. It also includes ThinkSmart Manager and all the fixins that would normally come along with a ThinkSmart Core. So this is a package that is current. It's running Windows 11. It's going to get all the security updates. So it's a secure system. It's easy to manage. It's easy to support remotely as well with all the tools that come along as the full ThinkSmart ecosystem.
So there you have it, everybody. All the smaller changes we've made for Core Gen 2 over Core Gen 1. Smaller footprint, mounting hardware, cable management, EDID manager. We've really kind of thought of it all, haven't we, Brian?
We sure have. And all those little things add up to be a big impact overall.
Thank you once again, Brian, for joining me here today. I think you'll be on here for the next one, where we'll be having a little Q&A session about the Core Gen 2. I think you'll be joining me. Is that correct?
I'll be here. I'll be waiting with bated breath for all those questions.
I can't wait. So until we see you on the next one, all with our little Q&A session, I look forward to seeing you then.